Was invoking the Emergencies Act during the Freedom Convoy the right thing to do?
No, because I think they should have managed it better. They could have managed it a lot better than they did.
You know, I could venture an answer. I felt it went on for too long, but it's great that there's a commission right now, and so we're hearing opinions from different opinions from either side. Whatever it is, I hope there won't be a repeat of it. Definitely, it shocked my impression of Canada. I just didn't think it would go that far.
I think it was the only thing they had to do. From everything I've seen, it was a giant screw up on the part of the police, and I don't know what option they had left to them to get things moving.
I don't think so, because there were enough resources there. And if there had been more trust between all the players, they could have solved it sooner, and there wouldn't have been such a fallout for the residents and everybody else and all the expense. So I think no, and I think it sort of paves the way to make it easier the next time to invoke it. So no.
It was our first rodeo. They did the best they could. I think under the circumstances, it went well. Nothing violent occurred.
I'm of two minds about that. I think it was unnecessary, but I thought more action was needed.
Definitely more action was needed. Maybe they went a bit far.
Personally, yes, I do think so. It was starting to be menaçant. It was a menace to the government, and I thought right extreme groups were getting involved into it, and I thought it was a good thing. Yes.
I think that they shouldn't have stayed in Ottawa for a whole month. That was too long. It should have been max a week. I think it was necessary, and I'm happy they got him out.
There's a difference between protesting and breaking the law. You want to stay on the side of the street, not disrupting traffic and lanes and bridges were needed to transport goods and services, between countries and locations. You want to stand on the sides of those roads and the sidewalks. You can protest to your heart's content. But as soon as you start blocking up centers where there's businesses that are going to suffer, into residential neighborhoods where you're causing a ruckus and all the things that I've heard about, their horns going off in the middle of the night and all this stuff. I mean, if you and I did that, we'd be arrested. If I stood out in the middle of this intersection, I'd be arrested within a half hour.
I don't know. I don't think it should have ever have gotten to that. I mean, I think the big question about it all is, why did this convoy happen in the first place? I think that's where the bigger question is about this whole thing. As far as invoking that act, I don't think that's the real issue here. I think it's how it got to that point that's more of the real issue.
It may have been a step too far to go to invoke the emergency act there. And although I might disagree with the message, I think whether you disagree with someone or not, everyone has a right to be able to voice their concerns, and that right to free speech is really, really fundamental to any healthy democracy.
So the Emergency Measures Act was invoked during the Ottawa convoy. It did seem as though that had gone on for quite a while and that other efforts hadn't been successful. Not having a particularly informed opinion, but from following the news as best I can, I believe that it was a necessary step to bring Ottawa back to being calm and clear the downtown.
I don't believe that it was the right thing to do. I think there should have been other measures in place to take care of the COVID-19 epidemic, but I felt that may have been a little too heavy-handed.